As a small business owner, have you ever felt overwhelmed by the pressure of choosing the right hire or leading a team? Or have you ever found yourself tolerating a bad hire because you fear trying and failing again as you repeat the hiring process? If so, you're not alone, and you are in the right place. Welcome to the Growing Your Team podcast. The Growing Your Team podcast teaches business owners like you to expand your unique business by teaching you to master the hiring and team management process. Hiring and managing a team does not have to be a challenge. You just have to learn to do it right. And the Growing Your Team podcast teaches you how to become a confident leader who hires right every single time. Now, let's jump into the show where each episode you will learn tips on how to identify what type of help you need on your team, how to source amazing candidates, how to conduct interviews that lead you to your ideal team member, how to onboard successfully, and how to lead every person in your business so you have a team of rock stars who you are happy to pay every single paycheck. So let's jump in and teach you how to hire like a pro. Hello, Jamie Van Kuyk here, and welcome back to the Growing Your Team podcast. All right, so as I'm recording this and as it's going to go live, we are in August, which means it is back to school time. So depending on where you are in the country, your kids maybe have been back to school for a few weeks, or you're getting ready to send them off to school for the first time this year within the next week or two. So I want to take a minute then to talk a little bit about kids. But of course, not just about kids, but how we should treat our employees like we treat our children. And that might sound weird at first because you might think, well, kids are kids. They are going to get different treatment. These are people that I love. They're, all these things. Why would I treat my employees like I treat my kids? You might hear that and think that I'm talking about looking down on your employees and things like that. And I'm talking really about none of that. I am talking about ways that we get the best out of our children and how we can apply some of those things to the business world to get the best out of our employees. So when it comes to treating our employees like we treat our kids to get great performance, I'm going to share with you 3 items. So the first way I want you to treat your employees like you treat your kids is understanding that you are not always the best person to train and teach. We might know a lot, but in life, we look outside of ourselves to teach our kids everything. So even I can guarantee that if you're a homeschooling parent, you might look into homeschooling co-ops because Sally down the road who homeschools her kids is really good at science. Well, you're really good at math. And partnering together, you can make sure that your kids and her kids get the best educational experience out of a homeschool environment, and have that be a better education experience than what you'd be able to do yourself. Or it could be that you sign them up for different extracurricular activities or sports and things like that. If your children go to school, it could still be that you sign your child up for swim lessons. That is one thing that we did with our kids when they were little. Do I know how to swim? Yes. Could I potentially teach my kids how to swim? Yes, I'm sure. Am I the best person to teach my kids how to swim? Probably not, which is why I hired someone to do it. Because sometimes there needs to be that person who knows stuff that we don't know, or more importantly, knows how to teach the things even if we know how to do it. So sometimes for our employees, we need to invest in other people training them. Sometimes this could very well be a team member within your own company. So instead of you doing the onboarding, you delegate part of the onboarding to a team member that it makes sense for them to train on that. Or it could be investing in outside resources, sending your employees to conferences, sending your employees to training, getting them access to that QuickBooks Online training so they could really become the expert that you need, because that's more worth your time and effort and money than you trying to do it yourself. So that's way number one. We should treat our employees like we treat our kids. Way number two is rest. So this obviously looks different as your kids age, but think about when your kids were little. They were infants and toddlers, and what was one thing that they needed in order to typically be at their best behavior for the day? Naps. Even my kids, they are 12 and 9 right now. I can tell you after weeks of go, 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 sometimes they just need a down day doing nothing at home in order to really be at their best, in order to then go for that next go, go, go week. Rest is important. Rest sometimes even looks like giving them opportunity to veg out at home and read a book for 30 minutes after school before starting on schoolwork. It's making sure they maybe have a day a week where they're not in sports or things like that. It's saying we are taking time away. We are intentionally kind of turning things off and resting and relaxing. You need to allow your employees to rest and relax. So typically what this looks like is making sure that you have good vacation benefits and that you are encouraging your employees to use said vacation benefits. I know sometimes as business owners, we look at it and say, but if my employee is not there, they're not getting work done, and I still have to pay them. I really need this work done. But one of the things we have to remember is your employees are not going to operate at their best if they don't have the opportunity to relax. So allow your employees time to relax and rejuvenate so that way they can operate at their best for you. Just like little kids that need that afternoon nap so they're not cranky 2 hours before bedtime, your employees need time to rest as well. So give them that time to rest. Okay. Now we're on to the third and final one that I'm going to share today on how to treat your employees like your kids if you want top performance. And that is rewarding good performance and acknowledging bad performance. So when it comes to parenting, obviously there's a lot of different parenting philosophies around how to teach kids what is right and what is wrong with behavior since when they're little kids all the way up to they're ever-changing teenagers and just exploring new things in life. One of the things that I would say is we do different things around acknowledging good behavior. So for some kids, it might be a sticker chart when they're really little. It might be taking a kid out for ice cream after they get straight A's, after that report card comes. It's giving them the praise, sometimes as simple as praise. Good job. Like, wow, you did an amazing job on that project when they did something like that. It can be anything from something physical to words to that hug. You know, we as parents, we show up in different ways to teach our kids, you did well, and I'm acknowledging that you did well. On the flip side, we have different ways of teaching our kids and showing them that what they did was incorrect when they are doing something that they're not supposed to be doing. It could be as simple as redirecting when they're really little. It could be telling them no when they go to touch something that they're not supposed to be touching when they're really little. It could be explaining to an older child why that option isn't a good option, why that behavior puts them in danger, or things like that. We acknowledge the good and we acknowledge the bad. And once again, this looks like it all different ways. This is acknowledged in all different ways in different households. So every household has their own philosophy here. And maybe the exact way that you teach your kids right from wrong and you reward good behavior and you curtail negative behavior is not going to apply to the business world. You know, chances are if you put a sticker chart up in the office, it's probably not going to have the same effects on a grown adult as it would on a potty training toddler. So we need to look at different things here, but the concept is the same. We want to reward our team members for doing things right. And we also need to acknowledge when things don't go well. So that way our team members know that things weren't done the way that they were supposed to be done, and they can change their behavior moving forward. If we ignore things that aren't done correctly, what do? We train our team members that the way they did things was right, when really it wasn't right. So we want to find ways to professionally and respectfully correct behavior that is not correct or not right, and we want to reward behavior that is correct. This even goes a super long way with your high achievers. High achievers, a lot of times they do things and they go above and beyond because it's their nature, and they don't always realize that they are going above and beyond. So when you can really acknowledge people and tell people that they're doing things right, cheer them on, give them public recognition or private recognition, depending on what is one of their motivators, it can help reinforce that you see and that you're proud of their work. Because we want to make sure that our employees know that we care about them. And one of the ways we care about them is rewarding their behavior. Once again, that looks different in every business. That looks different sometimes for every employee, what it means to reward their behavior. But sometimes a simple thing is, thank you. Wow, that was amazing. Good job on the such and such report. You did an amazing sales pitch there, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's a million things you can do that fit within your budget as a small business. So when we reward behavior, it doesn't mean giving gift cards or bonuses or all those things all the time, which can add up. It's sometimes as simple as that, thank you. Good job. So you want to, just like we reward our kids, so that way we train them on what is right and what is wrong, we want to do that with our employees as well. Help them see what is right and what makes you proud as a boss, so that way they want to do more of that. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up for today. So those are 3 ways that I want you to treat your employees like you treat your kids. And trust me, this will make a huge difference in your culture for your team, morale across the team, and really help you grow that team that supports you the way you want to be supported within your small business.
Are you ready to hire a new team member for your business, and you want to ensure you hire the person who can succeed in the role, make you happy, and positively impact your bottom line? Then let's talk and see how growing your team can help you master the art of hiring. Through bespoke hiring frameworks and comprehensive guidance, you will learn how to attract candidates who have the passion you desire and the skills needed to succeed. At Growing Your Team, women entrepreneurs and leaders work with us to help them expand their unique businesses by teaching them how to hire like a pro. Let's connect and see how we can help you. Send me an email at jamie@growingyourteam.com. That's Jamie, Jamie, @growingyourteam.com, or head on over to growingyourteam.com/jumpstart, with jumpstart being all one word, and let's talk about how you can become a confident leader who hires right every single time.